Alright then, UFC Paris terrible bets. I'm Burt Green, this is the Burt Locker, and I'm going to do some terrible bets on you. What I like to do is I like to keep the odds long, I like to keep the stakes low and keep the bets terrible. So some of these bets truly are awful. Basically what I look for is value, and these bets are kind of, they're just for fun, and they're pretty funny. Some of them come close though. And I'm also going to do my MMA scratch card, which is effectively like a lottery scratch card, except you get to watch people punch each other in the face as they go along. So, my main guy that I'm looking at this week is a chap called, I don't know, is it Kieran? I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's an Irish name, so apologies, I just don't know how to say it. Cowlin? Either way, Loughran. He's an absolute monster. He is. Like, I mean, I'm interested to see how he does under the USADA banner. Look, I'm not throwing any accusations out there, I'm just saying that he doesn't really pass the sniff test. Look at this. When you go and watch his fights in Cage Warriors, you'll see what I'm talking about. The dude is just muscles on top of muscles. Look, it might just be brilliant genetics. You don't know, do you? So, because he actually fought a friend of mine, and I got told that actually the guy is like punching like a stack of tires. He's difficult because he's hard. It hurts you to hit him. So yeah. Anyway, he's fighting on this card. He has got a change of opponent, so I don't know if that's because he went from being a favourite, so now he's a 3-1 underdog. But I still quite fancy him as a win. I've also taken him to get the submission, which is 16-1, which is that's crazy odds, and also just to get the finish, like TKO or submission. You're looking at 3-1 on that. There's some good value there. There's some good value. Look at that monster. Like he's just like a short, stocky little powerhouse, like, and look, he is full of confidence as well. He ain't going there to lose. Like he ain't. He is. Check out his Facebook and that. It's hilarious. He's still like, oh yeah. So yeah, that French guy wussed out. Why don't you send like O'Malley or someone down here? And it's like that. That's the kind of confidence this kid has. You know, I love to see that. Also, I'm having right. I've got a treble, and I also added an extra one for a quad as well. But the treble I quite like. So I'm going with Rhys McKee. Rhys McKee's another Irish lad. Welterweights, I believe. He's taking on Angie Lusa. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, either way, Angie Lusa, he's like a massive, like powerful, like just giant. Like he's huge. But I don't think his gas tank's going to be there. I think that McKee's very, very good as well, by the way. He's just excellent at kickboxing, very good at keeping range. I think that he's going to weather an early storm, and then he's going to find his way to a TKO. That's what I've gone for on that one. Nice TKO for Rhys McKee there. Terrible chest tattoos. What is it with these Irish fighters and terrible chest tattoos? What, and why does O'Malley have... What is it? I understand it. No. Anyway... Callum Loughran, I did mention him a minute ago, so I'm not going to go too much into that. I've got him just for TKO or submission, so effectively just to get a finish in that one. And then Bogdan Guskov to beat Volkan Ozdemir. Now, Ozdemir is a favourite in that one, and I don't know why that is. I think that Ozdemir is being fed here, because Bogdan Guskov... He might have, he's got 2 losses on his record, right? So he obviously has been beaten. But he also has 14 wins, 14 finishes, right? 12 of them by knockout. He basically mauls and ragdolls people. He's just this killer out of Uzbekistan, right? He's a monster. I don't understand why he's the underdog in this one. I like him double chance. You're getting 2.33. You're getting better than even money there. But the submission might not be a bad shout. He's got a couple of submissions on his record. Well, 2. And you're looking at like 20-1 on the submission. That might be worth a quip. But either way, I like him as an underdog. Bogdan Guskov as an underdog against Ozdemir. Because look, Ozdemir has not been the no-time Volkan Ozdemir who got his way to the title shot against Daniel Cormier. Post the Cormier fight, he's not been brilliant. And like I said, Guskov is a monster. So I like that. As a treble, you're looking at 63-1. That's excellent. That's excellent odds. Terrible bet. Never going to happen, right? But that's worth £3. So I'll put £3 on that one. And then I decided to reuse those selections. And I thought, what if you had Sergey Spivak to get a submission in there as well? Because I do think if Sergey Spivak wins, this is the problem. This is why I wanted to have the treble as well, because actually in my heart of hearts, I don't think that Spivak is going to win. My pick for that fight is Ciryl Gane. I just like the value on the submission because you're getting 4-1 on the submission. And I think that if Sergey Spivak does win, he's going to drag Ciryl Gane down to the ground and try and get a head and arm choke, because he's very good with the head and arm choke. Very good. Like you see, he did Taito Ivasa, did Derek Lewis. I do think that that's going to be his strategy going in. I think that Ciryl Gane's going to be a bit too mobile, a bit too slick, too good with his footwork to actually get caught up in the body locks, because generally speaking, Spivak tends to get his takedowns from a body lock and trips, more of a Greco-Roman style than your straight up freestyle wrestling where you're shooting and grabbing the legs and like shooting double legs. That's not really how he goes about it. He usually grabs hold of the waist, like gets his hands locked and trips or drags guys down to the mat. And then once he's on the mat, he's very, very dangerous. He will work his way to the upper body. His favourite is that head and arm choke, as I said. And if he does manage to get Ciryl Gane down to the ground, I do think that he's more than capable of getting the submission. So you add the submission there, you're getting 4-1 just on the submission for Sergey Spivak, which is pretty good value, since I think that if he's going to win, that's going to be the way. And you're getting 316-1 on that as a quad. So you put that together with obviously Rhys McKee knockout, Loughran by finish, Guskov finish, Sergey Spivak submission. That is 316-1. So now I'll move on to my MMA scratch card. So this is just literally win-loss, the entire card, and yeah, it's effectively like having a scratch card, except you get to watch people punch each other in the face as you're scratching it off, which is fun. That's part of the fun, right? So anyway, I'm taking Jacqueline Cavalcante to take out Zara Fern, because honestly, you don't get an easier debut than Zara Fern. She is hot garbage. Farid Basharat to beat Kellen Rodriguez. I'm taking Nora Connolly to beat Jocelyn Edwards. I'm taking Rhys McKee to beat Angie Luce. I'm taking Karen Loughran to take out Taylor Luplas. Morgan Chetty to take out Manolo Zecchini. William Gomez to take out Yanis Gemori. Now, I didn't pick William Gomez in my casuals guides, but he's had a change of opponent. I don't think Yanis Gemori has had a very good weight cut, because he was fighting Karen Loughran, and that was at bantamweight, and this one's at featherweight. So I'm assuming that that's because Gemori couldn't make weight, and that's sometimes a problem, especially considering he's not going to have a size advantage having missed weight. Gomez is absolutely massive, and Gemori's had a tough weight cut. So that's another one. But I mean, Gomez is a massive favourite anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't like betting on favourites, but I'm going to in that one. Bogdan Guskov as an underdog to take out Volkan Oezdemir, taking Benoit Saint-Denis. Absolute love this guy. Benoit Saint-Denis, ex-French Special Forces, absolute monster on the ground, strong, tough, very good. Great beard as well. Wonderful beard. Big fan. Yeah, Benoit Saint-Denis to take out Thiago Moises. Manon Fiorot to take out Rose Namajunas. She's a favourite in that one. I didn't think she would be, but I do think she's going to win, but I didn't think she'd be the favourite. And Ciryl Gane to beat Sergey Spivak, because I do think, actually, as I said earlier, my actual pick is Ciryl Gane, because I do think his footwork he's going to be slightly too mobile, he's going to be too quick to get caught up in the body locks that Spivak usually relies on for the takedowns. So I do think Ciryl Gane probably outworks him for a decision there, because I think people have forgotten just how good on the feet Ciryl Gane is, and every round starts on the feet. So you put all those together and you have got 323-1, which is just awful. For an 11-fold accumulator, that's not even good odds. That's terrible. That's the worst kind of bet. Number one, it's never going to come off. And number two, it doesn't even matter if it does, because I haven't even got good odds on it. Definition of a terrible bet, that. Anyway, we'll recap all these next week and see if any actually come off. But usually my betting account will be empty, just like, you know, my faith in Ciryl Gane or or Irish fighters not having terrible chest tattoos. Either way, until next time, keep those odds long and those bets terrible.